Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my students. Welcome back to my class. Okay, how are you today? I hope all of you are fine. Today, we are going to learn about narrative text. The learning objective of our lesson today is students are able to identify the generic structure and social function of narrative text. Now, here we go. Okay, everyone, let's see this picture. This picture. What about this picture? And then the last picture. Okay, my student, you can find all the characters in a story. And the story is called narrative text. Let me talk about narrative text. Narrative text is a text focusing on specific participants. It is a piece of text which tells a story with complication or problematic event with a resolution to solve the problem. The purpose of narrative text is to amuse or entertain the reader. Now, we are going to the generic structure and social function of narrative text. First one is orientation. This part introduces the setting and the characters are included in the story. That's why it is called the beginning of the story. Second one is complication. It is called rising action or the middle of the story. In this part, there will be a new problem which adds conflict to the story and it leads us to the climax. Wow, it will be great climb, right? The third one or the last part is resolution, or we call it the ending of story. In this part, the conflicts are solved. Well, hopefully we have the definition and also the generic structure of narrative text. There is another important thing that we must know related to this kind of text. It is connected to the form of language use. Yeah, it is language feature. Every kind of text in English has their language feature as well as narrative text. There are some language features in this narrative text.
First, the use of noun phrase. For example, a beautiful princess, a huge temple. Second, the use of connectives. For example, we can use first, before, that, then, and finally. Next is the use of adverbial phrase of time and place. For example, we can use 2 days ago or in the castle. Then, the use of simple past tense. For example, we can find in the narrative story like she walked away from the village. The last one of language feature is use of action verb. The example are walk, sleep, and wake up. Okay, my students, let we read together the example and the generic structure of narrative text. It is about a story of the ant and the grasshopper. In a field, one summer day, a grasshopper was hopping about, chirping and singing to its heart's content. An ant passed by, bearing along with great toils of corns. He was taking them to the nest. "Why not come and chat with me?" said the grasshopper, "instead of toiling and moiling in that way?" "I'm helping to lay up food for the winter," said the ant, "and they command you to do the same." "Why bother about winter?" said the grasshopper. "We have got plenty of food at present." The ant went on its way and continued its toil. When the winter came, the grasshopper found itself dying of hunger, while the ants distributing corn and grain from the straws that had collected in the summer. Okay, now we are going to identify the generic structure of this story. Paragraph 1 is what we call orientation. This is introduce the characters and the setting of the story. The characters are the ant and grasshopper, or the participants, and the setting is in the field on summer's day. The second one, paragraph 2, consists a complication. This is a rise of climax, a little debate between the ant and the grasshopper. It is a social conflict. And the last one, paragraph 3, is resolution. Finally, the ant to be the winner. This is the resolution of the story. Well, this is the end of the narrative text today.
Okay, student, that's all for today. I hope you can read the material again at home. Now, see you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.